Hello guys, hope you guys are doing well. Today's class is Pandas basic functionality. By now we have learned about the three Pandas data structures and how to create them. We will majorly focus on the data frames because of its importance in the real-time data processing and also discuss a few other data structures. You can see on the screen series basic functionalities. The first one is axis. It returns a list of rows axis labels, and the data type dtype returns the data type of the object. And the third one is empty. It returns the true if series is empty. And the fourth one is ndim. It returns the number of dimensions of the underlying data by definition 1. And the fifth one is size. It returns the number of elements in the underlying data. And the sixth one is values. It returns the series as ND array. And the seventh one is head, and head returns the first n rows. And the last one is tail. It returns the last n row. Let us now create a series and see all the table or attributes operations in our example. Let's go back to our Jupyter notebook and see how it's gonna work. Let's let's mark this as an heading, basic functionality. So I'll take it as number 2 heading. And here first I'll import pandas as PD and then import numpy as np. Hope you all knows about these two libraries, pandas and numpys. We have learned all those things in our previous classes. Now I'm defining as a series dot np dot random dot rand n, and in brackets I'll assign 4 and print of s. Let's see what will be the output if I execute this code. So we have an error here. Let's see why we have this errors. Numpy. The spelling is wrong here. numpy. Now I'll execute this again. We have this output as something figures on the road. Right. Let's try this with an axis. What we have seen our presentations, like first one was axis. It returns a list of row axis labels. Let's see how it's gonna return it. Let's import. First I'll write it down. Returns the list of the labels of the series, right? First we have to import pandas as pd and import numpy as np. Then s is equal to pd dot series of np dot random dot rand of 4. In our previous example, what we have done is print of s. Now we'll use print of s dot axis. All right. Let's try print the axis, or we are trying to find an axis. So what will the code? That's simple. S dot a x yes, or just type a and press tab key. It will show all the attributes. A x and press tab. It will show you. It's loading. Sometimes it takes time to display the results. Right. Axis. Let's execute this code. And now we have the axes are start 0, stop at 4, and step at 1. So list of labels of the series. It displays the list of labels, right? And this result is a combined format of a list of values from 0 to 5, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So we have given the 4 value. Now we'll move on to second one, and that is nothing but a empty. Let's go back to our PowerPoint presentation and see what. Let us create a series and see the our right. We are we have to finish it and then we'll come back to our presentation. Empty. It returns the Boolean value, right? It returns the Boolean value saying whether the object is empty or not. True indicates that the object is empty. Let's see. So what I do is I will copy the first 3 lines of the code in our previous example and I'll paste it here. And now print is the object empty, and the print as of empty. Let's execute this code. And what we have, is the object empty? No, it's not empty. We have the values there, so it displays the result as a false. Now the next one is ndim. What ndim will do, it returns the number of dimensions of the object, and a series is a one-dimensional data structure. Let's copy and paste the previous example data for the first 3 lines. Then I'll say print of s, and next I'll say print for empty line, and then next the print the dimension of the object is, we need to find the dimension n dimension. So print is simple, s of n dim. Execute. So we have the n dimension. This is our just normal series, what I have given print as here, and this space line. The dimension of the object is print s of n dimension. It is one dimension. What I have told you, it is a series, is a one dimension data structure. As simple as that. Now you'll move to next one, and that is size. It returns the size, length of the series. For that, again I'll do copy the first 3 lines and paste it here, and we have print of s, and just print, and we have print the size of the object is, print of s dot size. So see, size of the object is, what we have is 4, right? We have size of the object is 4. Okay, now let's move to next topic, that is values. And in values, it returns the actual data in the series as an array. And same thing, what we do, we copy the code from our previous example till this line, and I'll paste it here, and I'll write print the actual data series is print of s or dot values and execute this. So what we have here, the actual data series is this one, right? And now we have finally head and tail. In head and tail, to view a small sample of series or the data frame object, use the head and the tail method. Head returns the first and n rows. The default number element to display is 5, but you may pass a custom number. Again, I'll paste the code, previous code, and here, and print the first two rows of the data series is print of head of 2. So head of 2, first 2. So I can go for head of 3 as well, right? So head displays the starting point, and the same way tail returns the last n rows observed in the index values. The default number of the elements to display is 5, but you may pass a custom number. And I'll use the same example for tail. Print empty, print the last two rows. We'll go for last, and this one is first. And here I'll say print of s of tail of 2. So we should get top 2, bottom 2. So these are the top two: 841225. We have 841225, 32077, 700. And the last one, what we have is this one. This is tail, right? Let's go back to data data frame basic functionality. Let us understand what data frame basic functionality is. On the screen, you can see the list down the important attributes or methods that help in data frames basic functionality. So T is transpose rows and columns. Axis returns list with the row axis labels and columns axis labels as the only member. D types returns the D types in this object. Empty true if ND frame is entirely empty, no items if any of the axes are of length 0. Ndim and dimensions, number of axes or arrays dimensions. Shape returns a tuple representing the dimensionality of the data frame. Size, number of elements in ND frame. Values, number representation of ND frame. And the head returns the first n rows. Tail returns the last n rows. Let us now create a data frame and see all how the above mentioned attributes operate. Let's check this out. Data frame basic functionality. We'll import Pandas as P, import NumPy as MP, and here we create a series, create a dictionary of series. Here D is equal to name. So I'll take PD dot series Tom, comma James, comma Ricky, comma Steve, comma Nick, comma Jack, comma. Right. This is our series, and we have another series of age. Right. So we take PD dot series of, we take the ages of 25, 26, 25, 23, 30, 29, 33. Right. Now we have a rating. Okay. Rating would be PD dot series of 4.23, 3.24, 3.98, 2.56, 3.20, 4.6, 3.8. Right. So I can take it in this way as well. Let's try. So you can see it on one line, right? No, we can create a data frame. df is equal to pd dot data frame of b. Right. Now we'll print our data series is print of df. Let's execute this code and see what is the error we have it here. So it says invalid syntax. It's showing at jack. Let's see what is the invalid syntax what we are facing here. So we have taken this bracket, it's closing here, and Tom, James, Ricky, Steve, Smith, Jack. Okay, I missed quotation here. Is it clear? Now I'll execute this code. Now we have a problem at line 6 at age. It's showing at the comma. There is a problem there. Why there is a problem there? ERIES. Is why it's not accepting this comma. Let me check this out. Alright, I remove this in here, and it's a formatting error. So we have an error here. It's a formatting error. Let's execute this. Now, it was a formatting error. We have to be very accurate where we are formatting here. Like the tab, it should be a one tab here. If a single space is increased, it will show you the error. Now we have a data series here with name, age, and rating. So you can see on the screen what we have here. Right. Let's move on to T. What is T? T is transpose. T is transpose. Transpose returns its transpose of data frame. The rows and columns will interchange. Rows and columns will interchange. Returns of data frame. The rows and columns will interchange. Import Pandas as PD. And now what we do? We create a dictionary of series. What I do is I'll copy the previous example dictionary. That will be easier for us to move it further. Right, I'll paste it here. This is our dictionary, and now here we create a data frame. df is equal to pd dot data frame of the print. The transpose of the data series is print of the f dot p. Transpose we use t. Let's execute the C and see what would be the result of. So here we have a transpose. This is the way we have a heading, name, age, and rating in this way. In our previous example, we have the uh, in our previous example we have the result as name, age, and rating this way. This is a transpose, right? Is it clear? I'm sure. I'm sure you guys are having fun with these concepts. Now we'll move further to axis. Axis returns the list of row axis labels and column axis labels. Right, for this let's import pandas as PD and import numpy as np. Now we create a dictionary of series, and I'll copy the same series what we have created for our previous example. Right, now we'll create a data frame. df is equal to pd dot data frame of d, and now we'll print the axis labels and column axis labels are, and here now finally we'll do a df dot axis. Finally, what we do, we'll have a print df.access. Let's execute this code. And we have an error here. So frame. So say some error. DICT object has no attribute data frame. DICT object has in the line 13 df, it is PD. I missed the PD. Data PD dot data frame frame saying that error. Print df dot action. Data frame object has no attribute axis. So I have typed this spelling mistake there. AXES. This is the spelling what we have to maintain. This is axis, right? I'll execute this code. Now we have the result for axis, right? You can see it on the screen. The axis label and the columns are range index start 0 stop 7 step 1, and the same was indexes are name age rating. Now let's move to the type, data type. Yeah. And I'll change it to 3, this one. What data types will do? It returns the data type of each column. And this, I'll copy the code from our previous example. I'm a bit lazy to type the same code again and again. But while you guys are practicing, try to type it again and again so that you get practice and you'll understand the concepts easily. Right, I'll move to here. Now, df is equal to pd dot data frame of d, and here we print the data type of each column or print df dot data type. So I'll copy the code from here till here. We use the same code for our next example, so that only thing what we have to change is the last line. I'll execute this code and see what will be the result. This is our result. You can see it on this screen. Now we'll move to empty empty. And we have this. Okay. It returns the boolean value saying whether the object is empty or not. Right. And here's the same code what we have used it, and just I change the last line of the code. Now we change this message as well. Is the object empty? And the last line what we need is print of df dot empty. It is false. And we have ending. Okay. It returns the number of dimensions of the object. The same thing what I faced code, and only thing what we have to do is change the last line of code. I'll change this. The dimension of the object is right. What we need df dot n dimension. Execute. So the dimension of the object is 2. Right. Now we'll move to shape. I'll change this as heading number 3. What shape does? returns a tuple representing the dimensionality of the data frame. Tuple A, comma B, where A, comma B, where A represents the number of rows and B represents the number of columns. Right. Now I'll place the code. So what we need? Shape. The shape of the object is the shape of the object is print df dot shape. So 7 by 3. How it is 7 by 3? So what I do here is I'll change this code into a bit different way. I'll first print our data set or data or data object is print of df and print of print execute. Now we have the result here. You can see this is our data object, right? And this is its shape 7 by 3. So we have 3, 1, 2, 3 name age rating, that's 3, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that is 7 by 3. This will be our answer, right? Next is size. In size, all right, let's move on to size, and we'll paste the same data what we have used for our previous example. Mm, let's use the different data now, right? Import pandas as PD, import numpy as np, s is equal to pd dot series np dot random dot rand n of 4. Now we'll have a print of s and just print. This is our original size. Now what we need is the size of of size of the object is print s of size, right? Let's execute this code. What we have, let's see, we have the object. Oh, we have a spelling mistake here. S-I-Z-E, right? We have it here. Cool. Yeah. Next is value. In values, it returns the actual data in the series as an array. Right. So what we can do is series as an array. We can copy this. We can use it for this example. And here print the actual data series print s of value. Let's execute this. So we have the value, the actual data series is this, and we have the values, right? And now we have a head and tail. To view a small sample of series or the data frame object, use the head and the tail method. Head returns the first n rows. The default number of elements to display is 5. but you may pass a custom number. Let us now create a data frame and see all how the mentioned attributes operate. So what we do for this, we'll go back to our previous couple of examples with this one, and I'll copy this code in here and we paste it here. We use this code to show off the head and tail. Print the first two rows of the data frame is print df dot head of 2. Let's execute this. So what do we have? First two data. You can see Tom and Jack. If I remove these two, you check out on the screen, we'll have first five results by default. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So whatever index you use it will display the result based on the index. This is head. Alright, right guys. So in the same way we can use it a tail. I'll use the above code only for the tail. For the tail, what we have, so print, print, print the last two rows of the data frame is print df dot tail of 2. Let's see. So it should display the last two results. We have 6 and 7. Right, guys. Hope this cleared you everything. So this is the end of the class 4 or Pandas. So if you have any doubts, feel free to contact me and practice more and try to understand the concept. It's not that hard. It's very easy, but focus on that topic. I'm sure you guys can do it, but only thing you need to practice more, understand more. I'm here to help you out, guys. Feel free to contact me. Till then, take care. See you in next class. Bye bye.